Major Mohammed Ali Shah, what are the solutions? Because what we are witnessing in Sri Lanka and what has happened in Bhutan versus as the comparison is drawn in Nepal as well, and now it is the public that has awoken to this entire salami slicing menace that China puts forth as its agenda for its expansion. Now, whether it is forced like what has happened in Bhutan versus joining hands with the government of the current time or the former Prime Minister, there was quite the hobnobbing that was happening in Nepal between the Chinese envoys who were massively interfering in the political affairs, in the civil affairs, in the administration affairs of the Nepalese as well, and have now usurped large chunks of border areas. Now, not only is this a violation of the sovereign rights of a particular country, but this is a national security problem for India.
Absolutely, Megha. The thing is, China always believes in winning wars without fighting. That is Sun Tzu's teaching in The Art of War. He's mentioned this. Now they have believed that, why fight when you can actually go in and occupy land without fighting. That's what they did about a year and a half back in Nepal in the Hamla district, which is 70 kilometers from Pithoragarh. They constructed pillar number 11 and 12 illegally, and that time Mr. K.P. Sharma Oli, the Prime Minister of Nepal at that time, he denied it, that there was no Chinese presence. But technology does not lie, and only until when it was proved by satellite images that yes, Chinese had entered. Now they are doing the same thing in Bhutan. Bhutan, which is a landlocked country, it will be a big problem for them if someone tries to attempt to do salami slicing. And the area that China is eyeing actually towards Doklam, it is, again, they will have strategic overlook of Doklam as well. Doklam, which is technically under Bhutanese territory actually, and it's touching Indian border and Chinese border as well. It's got a plateau, it's got a ridge, it's got a, it's very, that entire area is very strategically located. So China is trying to play very smart, and that is what China's strategy has always been. Now Nepalese people, they have taken up a case. They have filled up a memorandum. So Yadav, in fact, who is the president of the organization over there, they have taken up a case that China comes and they try to often, by only this, China often renames Japanese islands as well on their own whim and fancy. In 2008, China said an Arunachali IAS officer, an Indian IAS officer, they refused to give him a visa. They said he is Arunachali, so he is Chinese. That is China's illegal, false, deceptive claims. Now, how do we rectify that? Well, the court is there. We are trying our best to actually curb China's ill-meaning, illegal actions towards the South China Sea, towards the Indian Ocean. That's right. But now, is that enough? The golden question, and coming back to your question again, which you had asked one of the panelists earlier, that is there a communication gap between the military and the army? Well, let me tell you, the communication gap will arise when actually Chinese enter into Indian territory and they try to mess with us. The very fact that they have entered into Bhutan, and yes, we do. We have Imtrat, we have the Indian army. We look after Bhutanese people. They are like friends to us. So yes, it is a matter of concern to India, and it is a security threat. Certainly, when China takes over a part of Bhutan by bullying them, and which is not concerned, which is right now not an Indian territory, but if China takes that over, they will have a very clear overlook over India, and they will have an advantage over there.
Thank my panelists for joining me on the broadcast.